All right, folks, a pleasant good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Wherever you join us, some would like to say welcome to ELBC LNTV Liberia Live. We are here in the Pinsville Belt, right adjacent the Ministry of Youth and Sports. That's the Samuel Kayando Sports Complex, the SKD, and we are here to bring you a full coverage of the official handover ceremony of the BDOTC Hospitality Training Center and upgraded campus facilities. So earlier on we were told that there are a lot of training activities and vocational activities going to be held here right after the turning over ceremony here today. But also we are seeing the presence of the Vice President of Liberia. Let us see if we can bring you a play-to-play description of what's happening here. And we have the Youth and Sports Minister. She's here along with the Tourism Minister. They are all there gathered to welcome the Vice President of Liberia. So it's actually an interesting event happening here. Imagine this multi-complex building being dedicated today by the Vice President of Liberia. Construction of the National Hospitality Training Center at the Business and Domestic on August 6, 2026, here by His Excellency Jeremiah Koung Senior, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. We're now seeing the Vice President alongside with the Youth and Sport Minister. They are making their way to the official hall of today's event. But however, folks will use that as his greeting dignitaries, government officials, you know, just a handshake. It's actually an interesting one here. We have a lot of students that have already gathered. We're seeing people from all sectors. They are here to grace today's event. You know, I think this is actually a beautiful thing, because whenever you get to see, you know, young people like us. But folks, let's see if we can bring you a visual display from the front side. We're trying to make our way. But if you just join us, my name is Yasa Suba, and I'm here with my colleague James Tyner. The Vice President is greeting dignitaries. You know, they're just having. How you doing? So today's dedication will be done by the Vice President of Liberia. So folks, wherever you join us from, kindly share the live broadcast so others can join and know what's happening here in Pinsville. Official handover ceremony of the BDOTC Hospitality Training Center and upgraded campus facility. So in a moment from now, the event will kickstart. So see, you can stay with us. Let us now join the MC for today's event.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, officials of government, President, our diplomatic, implementing partners, development partners, diverse stakeholders, and private sector actors, students, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is my pleasant duty to welcome to this podium the Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Anthony Cornelio Bunkere, for the welcoming and opening statement. Please put your hands together.
So folks, the Minister for Youth and Sports will now do the welcoming ceremony. That's the welcoming remarks here today.
Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Koung, Madam Minister of State Local Portfolio, Madam Maraka Belete, Honorable Minister of Education, distinguished members of Cabinet also here present, members of the legislature, and especially our Committee on Youth and Sports in absentia, representatives of the European Union, UNIDO and IECD, our Honorable Guest Speaker from the Liberian National Tourism Authority, Deputy Minister Larama Yonton and members of the TVET bureaus, officials and members of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, management students of the BDOTC, distinguished guests, members of the Fourth Estate, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm honored to present a facility that represents an important milestone in TVET programming for the Ministry of Youth and Sports, a teaching hotel. Just as our teaching hospitals train the next generation of doctors and nurses by placing them in real clinical setting, this teaching hotel will train the next generation of Liberia's hospitality workforce by placing them in a real hotel with real guests, real pressure, and real vendors. This facility is not another classroom with a new court of paint and luxury design. Rather, it is a working hotel built to give BDOTC's hospitality students something that textbook and lectures can only offer minimally. That is an experience of the real world. By the time our students graduate from this program, they will not simply have studied hospitality, they will have practiced it. This achievement did not happen by accident, and it did not happen alone. The Youth Rising Project, funded by the European Union, laid the foundation for what we celebrate today. UNIDO implemented the infrastructure that now stands before us. The IECD, through the STRIVE project with funding from AFD, furnished this hotel to the standard our students deserve. To our partners, the European Union, UNIDO, IECD, and AFD, thank you. You fulfilled your part of the agreement to fund and furnish a building, but we believe what you did was invest in the belief that young Liberians deserve the same quality training as the rest of the world that we sometimes take for granted. I also want to recognize that it has been a joint effort between two government institutions, the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Education. When ministries set aside institutional boundaries and work together towards a shared outcome for our young people, these sorts of interventions are possible. I want to take a moment to thank my predecessor, Councillor Jericho Bangalu, and his team. The work we celebrate today began under his leadership, and it is a reminder that nation building is not the work of one administration. It is a relay, and we are simply the ones fortunate enough to carry the baton today. I also want to thank the technical team at the Ministry of Youth and Sports, led by Deputy Minister Larama Yonton Kanistan and Assistant Minister Colin Tamak Kanistan. He's at the back as usual. Whose tremendous work behind the scenes, coordinating partners, tracking timelines, solving problems most of us would never know about made this launch possible. And to the students of BDOTC, this hotel was built for you. Every bed, every counter, every kitchen station in this building exists so that when you leave here, you leave ready. Not hoping you are ready, but knowing it, because you have already done the work in a setting that did not forgive shortcuts. This matters to me personally. Councillor Jericho Bangalu, please stand. Yeah. And please come to the front. I actually just recognize you in the crowd. Please join us up here. Thank you. This matters to me personally because I do not believe our young people lack talent. I believe too often they have lacked a bridge between what they learn and what the world actually demands of them. That bridge is exactly what this teaching hotel is. As the many other interventions the ministry is undertaking, it is proof that when we invest in linking classroom learning to real-world practice, we do not just produce graduates, we produce professionals. This is also precisely the vision behind Pathways, our 10-year roadmap for Liberia's youth, a concrete, walkable route from where a young person stands today to where the labor market needs them to be tomorrow. This teaching hotel is one of the clearest, most tangible expression of that pathway. Mantenio is committed to building more of them in agriculture, in construction, in technology, wherever our young people are training for the jobs Liberia actually needs filled. But let me be equally clear about something. Our partners have given us a gift. What happens next is entirely up to us. It is our responsibility, not the EU's, not UNIDO's, not IECD's, to maintain this facility, to sustain its standards, and to ensure it does not become another well-intentioned project that fades once the ribbon-cutting photos are taken. And it is our responsibility to go further still, to take this model and replicate it, a teaching clinic where our TVET institutions can benefit from the same principles. I know our partners and stakeholders will rightly ask, what concretely is the plan to make sure this responsibility is met? We have thought through this. A facility of this caliber deserves management of equal caliber. The discipline, efficiency, and market instincts that committed private operators bring, working alongside the government mandate to protect the training mission at the heart of this building. This is why we have chosen to manage this facility through a public-private partnership. It is, in a sense, a marriage. The government sets the vision and safeguards the mission, and the private sector brings the operational rigor to make it thrive. This is how we strengthen private sector collaboration and put private sector expertise to work, improving government functions so that the hotel does not merely survive but competes. Martinez Bureau has informed me that we have submitted and received a PPCC approval, and that over the next 2 months we'll be recruiting a firm to manage this facility to industry standards and generate revenue, while preparing the next generation of hospitality leaders. In the interim, however, we'll deploy a small team of managers to run the facility, as we intend to operationalize it immediately while we finalize procurement of that private firm. In this vein and on this day, I would also like to extend an open invitation to the Liberia National Tourism Authority to join us in ensuring that this project or this hospital remains functional and serves its needed purpose. To the partners who built this with us, to the team that delivered it, and to the students who will bring life to it, thank you. Mr. Vice President, other members of the cabinet here present, to our partners, let us get to work.
Thanks to the Youth and Sports Minister there, who emphasized a lot of issues, but let me just bring you up to speed few things that was highlighted. She spoke about teaching hospital is one of the clearest example of the direction we want to take. Stated during her time in office, committed to building more facilities like this, but we'll bring you a plate-to-plate description. But let us join the next speaker.
His Excellency Vice President, honorable ministers, representative of the government of Liberia, members of the diplomatic corps, representative of the European Union and UNIDO, representative of the Agence Française de Développement, development partners, private sector representative, teachers, students, ladies and gentlemen, and I nearly forgot Her Excellency, the Ambassador of France in Liberia. Good morning. It is a great honor to stand before you today for the inauguration of the BDOTC National Hospitality Training Center, NHTC. Today is more than the opening of a new building. It is the opening of new opportunities. Opportunities for young Liberians to learn valuable skills. Opportunities for businesses to find qualified staff. And an opportunity for Liberia to keep building a stronger economy with more and better jobs for its people. Liberia is a young nation. Nearly 1 in 3 Liberians is between 15 and 35 years old. This is one of the country's greatest strengths. But it is also a great responsibility for all of us. Young people need good education, practical skills, and access to decent jobs. Above all, they need confidence that their talent and hard work can build a better future. The government of Liberia understands this. Through our agenda for inclusive development, it has made a clear commitment to invest in young Liberians by strengthening education, building skills, and creating class wealth through jobs. At the same time, the government identified tourism as one of the country's priority sectors for economic growth and job creation. These two priorities go hand in hand. A growing tourism industry needs skilled workers, and a strong technical and vocational education system prepare young Liberians to take the opportunities that this growth creates. This is exactly what STRIVE project was designed to support. STRIVE is implemented by ICD, a French international NGO working since 1988 to support education, vocational training, and entrepreneurship in 18 countries in Africa and beyond. In Liberia, ICD has been present since 2020. We also support agriculture for the ILSA project and health through Trend project. Together, and with funding from STRIVE has worked to strengthen Liberia's technical and vocational education system so that it better answers the needs of the job market. Our goal was never simply to train more students. Our goal was to improve the quality of technical education, to modernize learning environments, to strengthen institutions, and to build closer partnerships with employers. In the end, we want every graduate to live with real skills, real experience, and the professional attitude that employers look for. Because the true success of technical and vocational education is not measured by the number of certificates given, it is measured by the number of young people who build successful careers. As we began working on hospitality training together with our partner UNIDO, we asked ourselves a simple question. Can hospitality really be taught only in a classroom? The answer obviously is no. Hospitality is learned through experience by welcoming guests, preparing meals, managing reservation, solving problems, working as a team, and giving excellent services every day. This simple idea is the foundation of the NHTC. The BDOTC National Hospitality Training Center is not just another TVET school. It is a real hospitality environment where learning and professional practice come together. Students will not only study hospitality, they will live it. Every guest who stays here, every meal prepared, every room serviced, every event organized, all of this becomes part of the learning. This is learning by doing. This is practical education, and this is exactly what employers are looking for. Today, we proudly hand over the National Hospitality Training Center to the government of Liberia. This handover is much more than a transfer of a building. It is a sign of confidence, confident that this center will serve young Liberians for many years to come. We are confident that the Ministry of Youth and Sport will build on this investment, keeping the quality of the center high, making sure it stays financially sustainable, and keeping it close to the needs of the hospitality industry so it can prepare future generations for good jobs. We also hope the private sector will play an active role in the life of this center. Employers are not only the destination for graduates, they are essential partners in shaping the skills that the job market needs. The closer relationship between industry and training centers, the stronger Liberia's TVET system will become. Our hope is that the BDOTC and HTC becomes a national reference for modern, market-oriented technical and vocational education, a place where education and industry work hand in hand. A place where students graduate not only with knowledge but with real experience, not only with certificates but with confidence, not only ready for a first job but ready to build a real career. To the students here today, I want to leave you with one message, as it has already been said. This center has been built for you. Take full advantage of every opportunity it gives you. Work hard, be curious, be disciplined, learn from your teachers, learn from one another, and take pride in every task, even the small ones. Hospitality is about much more than serving meals and preparing rooms. It is about professionalism, respect, teamwork, attention to detail, and making every guest feel welcome. These qualities will stay with you throughout your careers. Many of you will become chief managers, entrepreneurs, and business leaders. Some of you may even return here one day, not as a student, but as employers, mentors, or partners, helping to prepare the next generation of young Liberians. There could be no greater success for this center. Allow me to close with our sincere gratitude to the government of Liberia for its leadership and trust, to the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Education for their partnerships, to the European Union and UNIDO for their continued commitment to Liberia young people and for building this very center through the Youth Rising program, to the Agence Française de Développement, also for its trust in Liberia's youth, and for equipping this center through STRIVE projects. To my entire ICD team, here in Liberia for their dedication day after day in turning this vision into reality. To our private sector partners, our trainers, and everyone whose work made today possible. Today we are not only inaugurating a training center, we are giving practical shape to Liberia's vision for its young people. We are strengthening technical and vocational education. We are supporting one of the country's priority economic sector. We are investing in skills. We are investing in jobs. And above all, we are investing in the future of Liberia. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Via. Please, come on. Come on. At this time, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we now call to his podium Madam Vapi Stocky, Chief of Fair Production, Sustainability and Trade Division, Unilever. Welcome. Please celebrate us.
His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers, Ambassador, all protocols observed, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Let me start by acknowledging that I am giving my remarks on behalf of the UN system in Liberia. The resident coordinator, Madam Umutomo, could not be here today, but I'm speaking also on behalf of the UN system. But on behalf of the United Nations Industrial Development Organization, UNIDO, it is a great honor to be here to celebrate the official handover of the National Hospitality Training Center, but also the upgraded facilities of the Business and Domestic Occupational Training Center, BDOTC in brief. The previous speaker mentioned one word, opportunity. So let me add 3 more words. Today it's more than a ceremony. It is a celebration of partnerships, of commitment, and of shared belief in the potential of Liberia's young people. Let me start with partnerships. I would like to thank the European Union for your continuous support for the Youth Rising project, Phase 1 and now Phase 2. Without the support, we would not have the building, and we would not be here today. Agence Française de Développement, thank you for helping us through the STRIDE project. And the Institut Européen de Coopération de Développement, thank you for your partnership. It's a true partnership because we have the walls, you have the equipment. The government of Liberia, and especially the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Education, thank you for your vision and for your leadership in investing in skills and for the future of your young population. Thank you also the UNIDO team here in Liberia and at the headquarters who are in the audience, or perhaps running around. Still, thank you so much for your dedication.
The second one
Let me go to my next word, and that's commitment.
we have to let them know.
For
Otherwise,
me,
we
this center is a very important milestone as
yeah, even
hospitality
if well, that
and
gives them 2
tourism
minutes.
industry
Yeah, especially
is
for
a
the
very
in private sector people.
important sector because it creates
Then
employment
she coming out.
and businesses.
So she'll come
Also
in.
to
replacing her with the former minister,
the potential.
Jarako Pangala.
Young Liberia.
He knows his
Liberians
Yes.
need
Okay.
more than classrooms. As was
Yeah, then-
mentioned,
Yeah,
they
I will keep
need
that.
Again,
Yeah.
before
practical
doing
education. And this is what we call demand-driven skills training. So we are bridging the gap between the classroom and the world of work. And this is the real value of this training center. And of course, the broader improvements of the BDOTC campus highlight the fact that for UNIDO it's also very important to invest at the institutional development, not only one center, but also the whole system. However, as has been mentioned by the previous speakers, commitment does not end today. This is only the beginning. The management, staff, students, the success is measured behind the walls of this building. The maintenance, the quality, the standards of the education that will be given behind the walls will be the eventual success of this investment. Also, the engagement with the industry and the private sector is a key measure of success. So I hope we have industry and private sector here today use also the opportunity and hire our students from the school, because they will have the practical experience you will need. Now, finally, the shared belief. The investment we celebrate today is grounded in a single but very powerful message. When young people access skills, they have the greater opportunities to find decent work, start their businesses, contribute to the communities and to the country. To the students, another message, one was given the previous speakers, but this is your opportunity. The investment is for you. Make most of it. Learn, innovate, create, and lead. Let me conclude by mentioning that today we are celebrating partnerships. None of us could have done this alone. UNIDO, no. Agence Française, no. IECD, no. The government, no. It's purely through the partnership that we are here today. Commitment, and that's the skills to strengthen institutions and opportunities. And finally, the shared belief, which is that investment in young people's skills is one of the best investments that country can make. Let me tell you a dream that I have. So I hope that the next time I will visit Liberia, and hopefully it will be sooner than later, I will be able to lodge in the rooms, and I will be able to eat in the cafeteria and have a drink at the bar. So I hope and I believe that my dream will come true. And congratulations again for all of the partners. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Let me say I have the master cabinet of this program. More besides, I would like to encourage all of us, all of the speakers will come up. Please, we have tagged time to 8. 2 minutes. I beg your indulgence for the sake of time. Thank you very much for your understanding. We will take remarks from our development partners, beginning with Elliot Sotti, Human Capital Project Officer and Coordinator at the Liberia. Please put your hands together and welcome to this podium.
His Excellency, Mr. Vice President, Honorable Ministers, Madam Ambassador, dear partners, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great pleasure for me to be here today and to witness the progress achieved through our collective efforts in the technical and vocational education and training sector. First of all, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to all our partners who have contributed to this achievement. The Ministry of Youth and Sports, the Ministry of Education, our partner, ICD, the European Union delegation, UNIDO, and all the stakeholders involved in strengthening Tibet in Liberia. I am proud to stand here today on behalf of AFD to inaugurate the National Hospitality Training Center, which represents one of the major achievements of our partnership with Liberia. This achievement reflects AFD's broader commitment to supporting Liberia's development priorities. Today, AFD is implementing 11 projects representing a total commitment of 56 million euros, entirely provided as grants. Our interventions focus on 3 key areas: the human capital development, urban development, and biodiversity. The BDOTC National Hospitality Training Center represents one of the major achievements of the STRIVE project. The STRIVE project is a flagship project of AFD's intervention in Liberia. With a total grant amount of 10 million euros over 6 years, STRIVE aims at strengthening the Tibet sector by improving the quality and relevance of technical training and by better connecting training institutions with labor market needs. The achievements of this project are significant. 6 curricula have been developed and harmonized in high-growth sectors. 14 technical platforms across 9 Tibet centers have been equipped and adapted according to the needs. 500 students have benefited from improved training conditions, including renovated and equipped technical platforms, updated curricula, and better trained trainers. The involvement of the private sector is therefore essential to ensure that trainees acquire the relevant skills to meet employers' expectations. This is particularly important in the hospitality sector, which represents one of the most promising sectors for Liberia, given the country's significant tourism potential. To ensure the sustainability of the Hospitality Training Center, a public-private partnership approach has been developed. This initiative represents an important opportunity to strengthen links between training institutions and businesses, to provide high-quality training, and to create new opportunities for youth empowerment and for economic development. Finally, it is important to recognize that Tibet requires significant investment. Quality technical training depends on adequate infrastructure, modern equipment, and qualified trainers. But investing in Tibet is not simply a cost. It is a strategic investment in social development, in the employability of its youth, and in the future prosperity of the country. AFD remains fully committed to continuing this partnership with Liberia, with all development partners, to strengthen human capital and support inclusive and sustainable development. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We also call to this podium Her Excellency Isabella D. Guleg, Ambassador, the Embassy of France. Please put your hands together and welcome Her Excellency, Madam Ambassador. You gotta do that, man. Do that with your proud. Come on, Madam Ambassador. Thank you.
Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Minister of State, and all protocol observed. As France is the first touristic destination of the world, I can affirm without hesitation that the hospitality sector is a powerful driver of economic growth. The development of tourism, the T of the arrest agenda of Liberia for inclusive development, is a national priority. And Liberia has a great potential to develop its tourism sector, with the Upper Guinean forest, which is home to the last 2 large blocks of tropical rainforest remaining in this eco-region. This forest is recognized as a global biodiversity hotspot with several endemic and emblematic species. Liberia has an exceptional coastline with some surf spots of international value. Liberia is nurturing a vision to enhance also sports, as evidenced by the new cooperation between our respective ministries in charge of sports. In that regard, and with all these assets, it is essential to align the hospitality sector with international standards to ensure the delivery of high-quality services and set in motion a virtuous circle of attractiveness for investors in green and sustainable tourism, as well as for tourists themselves. In order to achieve this goal, the new National Hospitality Training Center, supported by the European Union and the Agence Française de Développement and implemented by UNIDO and IECD, will play a significant role. Youth and education are at the core of France's international cooperation for development. As AFD representative described earlier, human capital development is one of France's key areas of support to Liberia. Education has always been at the heart of French international cooperation and of our bilateral relations since the opening of the AFD Bureau in Monrovia. France supports education systems worldwide through major multilateral partnerships, including the Global Partnership for Education, where France is the third largest contributor, as well as through UN agencies, and AFD's investments in employability, higher education, and vocational training. Support to youth is also a major focus of France, a focus particularly relevant in Liberia, where, as IECD country director reminded us, youth under 35 years of age represent close to 75% of the population, creating a strong need for skills development and job opportunities. So time has come to officially hand over the Hospitality Training Center to the government of Liberia, in particular to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, so that they can fully begin to operate this brand new center with its world-class equipment in order to deliver high-quality training in hospitality. It is essential to ensure that these substantial investments by France and EU are sustainable, given the critical role of vocational training in empowering young people and driving Liberia's development. To ensure the maintenance and long-term sustainability of this facility and its equipment, the Ministry of Youth and Sports has chosen a public-private partnership model. This approach guarantees long-term private investment while ensuring that training remains aligned with the needs of the budding hospitality industry and the skills required by the labor market. Alongside the finalization of this PPP, the technical training delivered through the Business and Domestic Occupational Training Center, the BDOTC, must continue. Development partners, and France in particular through AFD and IECD, are eager to go on supporting and accompanying the efforts of the government to put in place and further improve the quality of the trainings which will be offered at BDOTC and ensure the sustainability of the investments. As French ambassador to Liberia, I will not spare you a final word on French language teaching in this National Hospitality Training Center. in the framework of the candidacy of Liberia to an observer membership at the Organisation Internationale de la Francophonie, and foreseeing Liberia's participation in the Francophonie Summit in Cambodia in November, where the decision will be taken by the 90 member states from all continents, all new partners, also extending the possibilities of international partnerships and the possibilities into it. I want to encourage the government of Liberia and the promoters of this facility to ensure that professional French language for hospitality is taught in your establishment. This would empower your students who would know the two main languages on the continent, not the only one, but the two main ones, attract tourists from neighboring countries and from the whole world. In that endeavor, I would like to renew the assurances of the availability of France and the Alliance Française de Monrovia to form a dedicated partnership. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Ambassador. At this time, we take a few bars of song, a patriotic song, just to stage it up some more, spice it up some more, as we continue with more remarks here. DJ, just a bar of one patriotic song. It has to be a Liberian patriotic song. Thank you. Yeah, you can shake yourself some more, man. Too many speeches. That rock up some more. You know? Yeah, you talk, come on. Woo! Woo! From the dance we are rising with the morning. We are stronger than ever. Still standing my grave. When you want to shake your body, that I better. We are standing tonight. With our own hands, we will build it. Thank you, DJ. With our own hands, with patriotism. The Zealand will build our country. Thank you. At this time, we now call to this podium Solan Koung, Policy Officer, AU Delegation.
His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Minister of State without portfolio, Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Director General of the National Tourism Authority, esteemed development partners, Her Excellency Ambassador of France. It is an honor and a privilege to join you today as we officially dedicate the National Hospitality Training Hotel of the Business Development and Occupational Training Center, BDOTC. Allow me, first and foremost, to congratulate the government of Liberia for reaching this important milestone. Today marks not only the opening of a modern training facility, but also signals a joint commitment to invest in Liberia's greatest asset, its people, and in particular its youth. The European Union is proud to have supported the construction of this facility through Youth Rising 1, implemented by UNIDO here present, a €25 million project in support of the TVET sector in Liberia. For this, we have worked in a Team Europe spirit, along with France, so that our joint support can translate in an operational facility for the youth of Liberia. This investment reflects our enduring partnership with Liberia and our shared belief that quality education, technical skills, and decent employment opportunities are the foundations of sustainable development. This training hotel is much more than a building. It is a place where ambition will meet opportunity, where theory will be transformed into practical skills, and where young Liberians will gain the knowledge and confidence to succeed in the hospitality sector. We hope that for many years to come, this center will train thousands of skilled professionals who will contribute to Liberia's economic growth and strengthen the hospitality sector. This dedication is another example that the European partnership in Liberia goes beyond infrastructure. Through our global gateway strategy, we are investing in people, in skills, in quality education, and sustainable economic opportunities. Today's event also captures the essence of the RS agenda for inclusive development, particularly its emphasis on young people, expanding employment opportunities, and of course, the T of the tourism sector. It has been critical for the European Union that its investment contributes directly to these national priorities and demonstrates what can be achieved through strong partnership based on mutual trust and shared objectives. However, the true success of this facility will not be measured by today's ribbon-cutting ceremony. It will be measured by the graduates it produces, the businesses they establish, the hotels and tourism enterprises they strengthen, and the lives they transform. It will depend on continued investment in qualified instructors, effective management, strong partnerships with the private sector, and a shared commitment to maintaining this national asset for future generations. On this path, the European Union remains a steadfast partner. Together with the government and our implementing partners, including UNIDO, we continue to support efforts to strengthen the education sector, to improve employability, expand opportunities for young people. That has been evidenced by the renewal of Youth Rising 1 with the Phase 2, and by the investment of the Global Partnership for Education that Madam Ambassador of France mentioned, of which the EU is a main donor. Your Excellency, Honorable Ministers, today's dedication is a celebration of partnership, shared vision, and confidence in Liberia's future. May this center stand as a lasting symbol of what can be achieved when we invest in the potential of young people. On behalf of the European Union, I extend my sincere congratulations to the government of Liberia, who spearheaded these efforts, to UNIDO, our implementing partner, to France and IECD, who have been trusted partners in putting this together, all of whom made this project a reality. We look forward to seeing generations of skilled hospitality professionals emerge from this institution and contribute to Liberia's development. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Like I said, again, I ask that you come to this podium at least, except you want us to stay here the whole day. The speakers are many. The guest speaker in Toyo, she's still relaxing. The Vice President in Toyo. So when you come to this microphone, we beg your indulgence, 2 minutes, so we can spend the rest of the day. Am I correct? Is this a consensus? Yes. Thank you very much. So we'll take remarks now from our chief stakeholders and private sector. Let me call now Madam Mabra Ure. She is the director, Come Visit Africa. Please put your hands together. Oh, Madam Yuri, you are welcome.
Thank you very much. And I'm standing on the private sector tourism association, which is the Liberian National Tourism Association. Honorable Vice President, honorable ministers present, other members of government present, the diplomatic corps, also the implementing partners, students, ladies and gentlemen. This is a big, big win for Liberia. And when I saw the invitation as I came here, what came to mind was strategy meets implementation. Most of the time we have all these strategies, we have all these policies, but when it comes to implementing what lies in those documents, it's very difficult. Now, every strategy on tourism that you will see will tell you there are two main gaps. One is marketing and one is hospitality training. So to see this, especially from the private sector standpoint, because this is what is needed in all of our businesses, and to see that it's not only just a class, but it also will offer practical training, that is very important. I know the Ministry of Youth and Sports over the years have had challenges. They've had similar programs, maybe not as on the large scale as this, and they're always looking for internship for the students. So for that, I commend you. Madam Minister, well, the two Madam Ministers, I say to you, within tourism, our largest in the workforce, the largest percentage of workers are women and youth. So this is not something that we will take lightly. I am so happy that you've decided to do a PPP, and where you're going to have a private sector company or organization run this, because sustainability is what is key. So I just say to you all, a very big congratulations, and obviously, you know, we in the private sector will continue to work with you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam Yuri. We will now call on Madam Hester Baker, CEO and publisher of Africa Travel and Life magazine, all represented. If not, we move on. We'd like to also call on Kolubo Yunes Kokolo, all representatives. Thank you. Please put your hands together.
His Excellency Koung, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Minister of Education, Honorable Ministers of Government Agencies, Her Excellency the Ambassador of France, members of the Diplomatic Corps, distinguished stakeholders, partners from the private sectors, students, members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It is a privilege to stand here today, not only as an invited participant, but also on behalf of the Liberia Cement Corporation. We all know we are very honored to join this initiative that places technical and vocational education and training at the center of national development. Let me pause here to say a very big thank you to the government of the Republic of Liberia through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and that of the Ministry of Education, and also not forgetting the different implementing partners for reaching this far. At Seneco, we believe that TVET is a foundation for building a skilled workforce that can meet the demands of industry. Cement production, like many other sectors, require practical expertise, innovation, and discipline. By investing in TVET education, will ensure that young people are not only employable, but also empowered to contribute meaningfully to Liberia's youth growth and development. The private sector, including Semenco, has a responsibility to support this vision through partnership, apprenticeship, and capacity building initiatives. We encourage stronger collaboration between institutions and industries. Together we can align training with real market needs, raise standards, and open doors for entrepreneurship. Semenco is committed to playing its part, supporting skills development, promoting safety and sustainability, and creating opportunities that benefit both individuals and the community. To close, on behalf of Semenco, we would like to say thank you for the dedication and partnership. May today's discussion and initiative inspire concrete actions that will shape skilled, resilient, and prosperous Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We will now call on Mr. Mustafa Gay, or a representative, Africa Rights Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you. His Excellency, Vice President, Honorable Ministers, Excellency Ambassador of France in Liberia, a representative of the European Union, the African Agence Française de Développement, representative of UNIDO, distinguished guests, good morning. It's an honor for me to participate to this official handover ceremony of the training center, which I'm sure will be a significant piece of knowledge and skill transfer for youth in Liberia. Hello. Okay. And I want to, for youth in Liberia, and I hope in the near future it will include also neighboring countries, and mainly also French-speaking countries. I wish good luck to this institution and to Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Even though, he was not audible, but again, we say thank you for such a wonderful and very brief remark. Mr. Major, please give us sound, please, while we set up things with electricity.
So folks, if you just joined us, welcome to ELBC LNTV Liberia Live. My name is Yasa Suba, and of course I'm here with my colleague Tanya James Kaba, and together we are here to bring you a live broadcast right in Painesville, adjacent the Ministry of Youth and Sport, the Samia Kanyando Sports Complex. Today is the official handover of the BDOTC Training Center, and of course it's being done here by His Excellency the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, who will officially dedicate and also cut the ribbon for today's event. But let us see if we can run you through a few things the Minister of Youth and Sports spoke about. So, Minister Kriya highlights few issues as it relates to during my time in office, according to the minister, she's committed to building more facility like this, not only in healthcare, but also in agriculture, construction, technology, and other sectors where young people are preparing for the jobs of our country needs. However, I want to make one thing very clear. Our development partners have supported us by providing this facility, but what happens from this point onward depends entirely on us. I think one thing she spoke highly about has to do with maintenance. It's very much important to have buildings like this, being constructed, but the issue that has to do with maintenance is very much important, so she highlighted that. And also, it is not the responsibility of the European Union, the EU, the United Nations Industrial Development Organization to keep this hospital running. It is our duty to maintain it, uphold its standards, and ensure it does not become another project that is forgotten after the commissioning ceremony. She also emphasized that they have a responsibility to expand this global by establishing seminar teachings, clinics, and practical training center so that the technical and vocational training TVET institute across the country can benefit.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, we will pay attention and listen as we call to this podium our keynote speaker, Madam Princess Eva Kopo, the Director General, Liberia National Tourism Authority, for our keynote address.
The Director General of the Liberia National Tourism Authority, Honorable Princess Kopok, will now give her keynote remarks.
Thank you, MC. We have His Excellency Jeremiah Koung Sr., our dynamic Vice President, Honorable Ministers, Her Excellency Ambassador of France, our valued development partners from the EU, UNIDO, AFD, IECD, members of the faculty and administration of BDOTC, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, and most importantly, our students and future tourism professionals of Liberia. It is with immense pride and profound hope that I stand before you today at the launch of BDOTC Hospitality Training Center. This is more than the opening of a new facility. It is a representation that the fulfillment of a promise made to young Liberians is being achieved today. Liberians were told that their future matters, and today the government of Liberia is prepared to invest in building that future. When I was commissioned as the inaugural Director General of the Liberia National Tourism Authority early this year, President Bouacar reminded us that public office is a covenant and not a reward. Today, the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Youth and Sports and the Ministry of Education, are honoring that covenant by delivering a cornerstone of our national development agenda, tourism. But let us briefly reflect on how far we have come. The BDOTC was established in 1975 and has remained a vital training arm under the Ministry of Youth and Sports. For decades, it has equipped Liberians with skills, but we must recognize that skills alone are not enough to compete on a global stage. We needed world-class facilities. I am delighted that young Liberians seeking career in the tourism sector will benefit from this newly constructed state-of-the-art hospitality training center. A transformation made possible through the support of our development partners. We say thank you. We cannot talk about Liberia's growth without addressing the urgent need for skills development. Our recent policy dialogues have emphasized that tourism is no longer a sleeping giant. It is awakening. However, a giant is only as strong as its workforce. With our rich cultural heritage, pristine beaches, and growing global interest, Liberia is on the verge of a tourism boom. But we must ensure that this boom translates into real income for our people, especially in communities where tourism potential has not always benefited the locals. This center is our direct answer to that challenge. We are shifting from simply having visitors to ensuring that we train professionals to host them. The training provided here will cover food production, beverage service, front office operation, and accommodations. These are not abstract skills. They are directly tied to the economic activity we are seeking in the tourism sector. This center also stands as a testament of the power of partnerships. And it is a direct implication of President Boyka's arrest agenda. Agriculture, roads, rule of law, education, sanitation, and proudly tourism. Tourism is no longer an afterthought in Liberia's development strategy. It is a priority. The Liberia National Tourism Authority have been actively working to position Liberia as a competitive tourism destination. We have gained a landmark 5-year partnership with Malta Institute of Tourism Study, providing Liberian students access to internationally accredited training and internship within the European system. We have secured institutional support from the UN Tourism to accelerate our transformation into a competitive, sustainable tourism destination. We have launched a nationwide campaign to formalize the tourism sector, including registration, inspection, classification, star rating of businesses. We are establishing Liberia's first special tourism economic zone at the Piso in Cape County. And we have documented 27 cultural and intangible heritage sites across Liberia. The introduction of the tourism satellite account as our national system for tourism data reporting is a modern management tool that will help us measure the progress and attract investment. But none of these initiatives can succeed without a skilled workforce to deliver world-class services. The center is the foundation upon which we will build this workforce. To the young women and men who will train in this facility, I say to you what President Boyka has emphasized, that public service and all meaningful work is accompanied, and that integrity keeps the door open. You have chosen a path of practical skills and hands-on learning. The training you will receive at this facility may be difficult at times, but hold on and keep the race until you finish. Upon graduation, many of you will become managers, entrepreneurs, or skilled professionals. You are not just building a career, you are building the Republic of Liberia. I encourage you to apply the knowledge and skills you acquire with professionalism, integrity, and excellence. Remain disciplined, innovative, and committed to using your skills to create opportunities for yourselves and to contribute meaningfully to Liberia's socio-economic transformation. To the private sector, I call on you to partner with this training center. This center will produce graduates ready to work. We need hotels, restaurants, and tourism businesses to absorb them, mentor them, and help them grow. To development partners, once again, thank you for what you have done, and we invite you to continue alongside us. The work of transforming Liberia's tourism sector is not yet complete. To my colleagues in government, let us ensure that this center receives the ongoing support it needs. Training material, tools, human resources for graduates upon completion. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the dedication of this center sends a powerful message. It says, Liberia is serious about tourism. Liberia is serious about youth empowerment. Liberia is serious about building a skilled economy that works for all Liberians. I often say that Liberia's beauty, from its pristine coastline to its rich cultural heritage, is ready for the world stage. But my friends, beauty alone is not enough. We need skilled hands to welcome the world. We need trained professionals to deliver services that makes visitors want to stay, spend, return, and most importantly, refer. We need a generation of Liberians who see tourism not just as a dream, but as a career. Today, we take a giant step towards that future. The journey ahead is demanding, but as I have always maintained, the destination is glorious. Today, we are not just launching a building, we are laying the foundation for sustainable youth development and national growth. I congratulate the BDOTC management, the Ministry of Youth and Sport, the Ministry of Education, the EU, AFD, IECD, and UNIDO leadership in bringing this dream to a reality. May this center stand as a beacon of hope, a factory of opportunity, and a testament that Liberia can achieve when we work together. Let us all become ambassadors of tourism. Let us build a Liberia where opportunity and prosperity are shared by all. Thank you, and God bless the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you, Madam Kobo. Our king, come on, give a big hand of applause. We are not dedicating this today. We are laying the foundation for sustainable growth and development for young people. Thank you so much. At this time, now we will take remarks from the government officials here. Let me begin with the former Minister of Youth and Sports, Honorable Councillor Jericho Bangalu, now Executive Director of LRRC. The man that started this thing. Please celebrate it very well. Thank you very much.
So I was going to disappoint you all. No. Honorable Vice President, Cabinet Ministers, especially the celebrant herself, the Minister of Youth and Sports, and of course the Minister of Education, Nasima Sister, the Minister of State, of Portfolio, Development Partners, ladies and gentlemen. It is a privilege to join you on this important occasion marking the official opening of this donor-funded National Hospitality Center. I extend sincere congratulations to the Minister of Youth and Sports and the Ministry, the European Union and other development partners for this remarkable investment. The center is more than a building. It is an investment in skills, opportunity, and national development. Through TVET, our youth will be better equipped to acquire practical skills, secure meaningful employment, and contribute to Liberia's economic growth. For the LRRC, this initiative is particularly significant. Many refugees, returnees, internally displaced persons, and other vulnerable populations require vocational skills to rebuild their lives and become self-reliant. We therefore look forward to strengthening collaboration with the Ministry of Youth and Sports and our development partners to ensure that no one is left behind in accessing skills development opportunities. I commend the EU and other partners for their unwavering partnership with Liberia and applaud the Minister of Youth and Sports and the Ministry in general for its commitment to empowering our youth through quality technical and vocational education. On behalf of the LRRC, I reaffirm our commitment to working with all stakeholders to promote sustainable livelihood, resilience, and inclusive national development. Congratulations once again, and may this center serve generations of Liberians with excellence. Thank you, and God bless Liberia.
Thank you, Councillor Jericho Bangalu, former Minister of Youth and Sports, now Executive Director, LRRC. Thank you so much. Thank you. At this time, we'll now call to this podium the Minister of State of Portfolio, Honorable Mamaka Belete. Please put your hands together. Welcome, Minister, to this podium.
Good morning. You know, when I saw the culture shoe behind it, the leader, where are you? You know, he's changed over the years. The first time I saw him was 2012? He he was really skinny, but now his physical morphology has changed, huh? Good to see you. Thank you very much. Honorable Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Jeremiah Koung, Dr. Jaso Mali Jala, Minister of Education, the Minister of Youth and Sports, the youth there, man. What are youth there? Shout out for your man. the youth there, man. Absolutely Cornelius and we proud. Officials and members of the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the French ambassador to Liberia, Madame Isabelle Leguilec. Welcome, Madame. Our development partners, Honorable Princess Ava Cooper, Director General of Liberia National Tourism Authority, members of the hospitality industry, our trainees and trainers, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning. It's not morning anymore, it's afternoon. It is a great honor to represent Honorable Samuel A. Steve Queer, Minister of State for Presidential Affairs and Executive Mansion at this important occasion marking the dedication of the BDOTC National Hospitality Trinity Hotel. On behalf of His Excellency, President Joseph Numa Hawkeye Sr. and the government of Liberia, I extend sincere congratulations to the Ministry of Youth and Sports, the management of BDOTC, and all partners whose vision and commitment made this achievement possible. This facility is far more than a building. It is an investment in Liberia's greatest resource, its young people. By equipping our youth with practical skills in hospitality, tourism, and customer service, we are creating pathways to employment, entrepreneurship, and national development. To the trainees, I encourage you to embrace this opportunity with discipline, excellence, and integrity. The knowledge and skills you acquire here will not only transform your lives, but also contribute to building a more prosperous and welcoming Liberia. The government remains committed to empowering our youth through education, skills development, and job creation as part of the President's Arrest Agenda for Inclusive Development. Congratulations once again to everyone who contributed to this remarkable achievement. May this institution continue to produce skilled professionals who will proudly represent Liberia at home and abroad. Thank you, and God bless you all. May God bless Liberia. Thank you.
I want to three questions clapping. As Minister of our portfolio. Thank you, Madam Minister, for that. We now come to this podium. The Minister of Finance and Development Planning, all the representatives. And now we move on to the Minister of Education, Honorable Dr. Jaso and Jara. Please clap for us to come to the podium. Dr. Colabo, you transport in education.
Thank you, thank you. I think we all have said all that is to be said for today, but I will just leave you with something to think about. But as I do that, Honorable Jeremiah Koung, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers, officials of government, Ambassador Isabelle Leguilec, our valued representatives from the European Union, all protocols observed. They've written a nice speech for me, but I think all my colleagues have laid out all of what's in this speech. So it would behoove me to try to change the attention a little bit. But this is an example of when partners and government work together to deliver for its people. So to our partners, we thank you for this investment that you've made in Liberia. And to my colleagues, former Councillor Jericho Bangaloo, former Minister of Youth and Sports, and current Minister, Attorney Cornelia Krua, her middle name always get my tongue twisted. Our children, we say, our youth, we say thank you. But I want to leave us with this as the teacher in me. When our Executive Director of Tourism talked about tourism and where we want to take tourism, not only that it's in our agenda, our national development agenda, but I want us to think about this for a minute. Liberia's coastline is over 300 plus miles. When you look up the coastline of the Virgin Islands, the British Virgin $1.7 billion, with just 2.4 million visitors visiting those areas. Just think about that for a minute. For Liberia, what that means. The opportunity to invest in tourism is now. So you have your hands full. The sell is easy. We are ready to go. We have what it takes. And this center and many more, as you heard Minister Kora talk about, this is a design and a model to replicate, that we are going to make sure that this is replicated, and we are changing the narrative of technical vocational education in the country. It's no longer the thing that someone wants to do because they're not smart enough. Smart people too go to technical vocational institutions. And that's the narrative that we're rewriting in Liberia about technical vocational education. So we're thankful for this great investment. And as Minister of Education, I look forward to working with my colleagues in government to make sure that our tourism industry booms and be the next story that writes Liberia's future. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Minister. Like she said, with the teacher in me, so I wanted to bring a blackboard. So she will start teaching. But thank you, that was a wonderful remarks. Thank you so much. Finally, before we go to the Vice President to do what he's supposed to do here, I'd like to call on Mr. Alex Boley. Alex Boley, Liberia Electricity Regulatory Corporation. Thank you.
Thank you so much. His Excellency Jeremiah Koung, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers, Deputies, Assistants in Educational Sector stakeholders, Ambassadors, and donors of this major project, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today's dedicated ceremony of the BDOTC National Hospitality Training Center signals that the government of Liberia is tackling the standardization of the professional sector from all angles. The Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Youth and Sports, the IEC and others, energy sector and private sector as well, is at the verge of organizing, administering, evaluating, and certificating electrical professionals and contractors. As part of the implementation of the Certification and Licensing of Electrical Professionals and Contractors Regulation published in 2023, the Commission has issued solar PV installers licenses, identified stakeholders, issued contractors licenses, established an interview panel and an examination and evaluation experts committee, and is about to roll out a certification examination for electrical professionals in Liberia. We are delighted to form part of the dedication of this great milestone and what has been achieved through the collaborative effort of the government and its partners. In furtherance of our current MOU with the IECD has requested that the first examination of the Liberia Electricity Regulatory Commission be administered to 700 of its TVET-sponsored institutions, a request that the Commission is seriously considering. We remain very supportive of this initiative and congratulate all those who made this project successful. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. We now move over to the official handover of the facility to the government of Liberia.
Thank you so kindly. Our distinguished keynote speaker, Madam Princess Eva Cooper, Dr. Jasper Malijala, Minister of Education, illustrious cabinet ministers,
thank you. We'd like to call on, as part of this important part of the program, a representative from the EU, a representative from AFD, accompanied by IECD and UNIDO representative. Please come to the podium. They will do the keep it so.
So thank you.
His Excellency, Vice President of the Republic of Liberia, Honorable Ministers, dear development partners, it is our honor to the National Hospitality Training Center of the BDOTC to the Republic of Liberia.
Thank you all so much, our partners. I'm sorry, kid, I don't know what it's like to do that. But thank you. I appreciate it. Our minister, tourism, all of you, there's a key presented to us, government of Liberia, our partners who supported us in this project. Please receive it. Take care of it for the purpose for which this project was constructed. Thank you and God bless you.
She got it right behind.
Thank you. Please be seated. Thank you. Our minister, you respond or in the crowd.
Guest speaker, Madam Eva, Tourism Director, Liberia, Minister of State with our portfolio, Minister of Education, our partners, other officials of government, students from the BDOTC, the media, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I know we're long on this rain, and we gotta go. I want to thank our partners. The presidency, I should tell you, thank you. Thank you ever so much for this project. I want to say thank you. All of you, the French Development Association, the European Union, the BDO, the IECD, and all of you, I want to thank you ever so much. This is the practical part of our team that now this country made. And I want to thank you ever so much. So I'll be very short because we've been here long. Like I said, most time you go to school, it's just theory. And you talk about these things in class without physically seeing them. And so sometimes you graduate with a degree and you get out there, the practical aspect is not there. And so you gotta go through a whole different training. But with this one, I think we are getting there. Customer service, hospitality is a major problem we got in this country. And I know with this, the new Liberia is setting in. Normally you go to a restaurant, maybe you put in for something, and maybe the person brought something and say, oh, why this one look like it? Okay, you want bamboo for you. Other people will come back. That person may not come back. Sometimes you go other places, you don't intend to buy, but somebody can make you buy, somebody else standing by you. Are you okay? We got another food here. I know you sent for this, but we got something and you taste it, you like it. So what's that? It's this with this, it's our formula. Let me taste it. Somebody bring another plate, taste it. Oh, you want to take out, tasting our drink, our local. It make you, maybe you want to spend 10 hours, you spend something like $100 before you get out. Those are things we miss in our country. And I know with this, people will be trained here, and I hope the people you turn them over to, please tell them this is not there about money making. It's about training our people. I heard, I think it's 6 rooms, and you will need more people to train. I imagine the amount of young people that will want to rush here to get trained. You imagine sometimes people bring people from other country, expert, to come fix there in hotels in Liberia, to come cook. And so even cooking, there's a company, I won't call the name, I cook for one big company in Liberia, and they are expert. And so I met them one time and said, we need expert to cook. And then the person said, oh, they're making Brazilian food, they're making European food, and maybe we don't have the kind of cook here. Any cook, someone who can cook, only be about 2 months or a month in the kitchen. Only the recipe you need, only the formula. When you get that formula, you can cook. And so we don't need expert in this country for more than 4, 5, 10 years cooking. But we can get people here that to learn the formula and the recipe. And so these are things that will help out with the practical part to learn the formula, the recipe, and then we can get some of the experts leaving the country and our people can start taking over. So I want to say thank you. Madam Minister of Education, thank you too. You and Youth and Sport, I know you're working together. This will help a lot. There are some young people in this country who, whether they were lazy to go to school or the opportunity wasn't there, it doesn't mean they don't have sense. They got sense. And you can put them in some of this training. They can learn how to make bed. To make bed is a skill. It's not just hauling the bed sheet and leaving it. You enter a hotel room, when you see the bed, because you know that somebody made it there up. And some of these people can come and land here and you can get a certificate. With that certificate, they may not have the full education, but because they are going through the training and they got a certificate, a big entity could hire them with that certificate. Like I met the partners one time, I told you, at the TVET school, I see somebody opening an engine here with a youth rising program. There's a lot of things in here that we can teach our young people about. There are some children, maybe your father is a mechanic, he took you as a child 2 years, 3 years in the garage, you grew up in the garage, you know how to fix engine, you can open it, put it down, put it back up and fix any part of the car. But these companies will not hire you because you don't have the formal education. You spend your whole life in the garage, so there was no paper giving you. And all the companies will call and say, we're looking for mechanics. This person can do a perfect mechanic job, but there's no paper. And so at the end of the day, they send for somebody who maybe went to school, got some papers, and then. So if we got this training, and we're taking some of these children from the garage who don't have formal education, but we can carry them through the training, make sure someone who got off training supervise them. They can put an engine down, they can open it, they can put it back up and start the car. Based on that, you can certificate them, and based on that certificate, they can be hired by some of these big multinational companies because there will be documentation proving that they were trained in the school. And so, I want to say thank you, and maybe you really work with Internal Affairs. You know, most time we visit the interior part of the country, and you get in the interior, you see this man 60, 65 years old, you come and say, how did you change the town? And if you is between 15 and 35, they are work with Internal Affairs, so that they change most of the youth here across the country. Because I think because of that, the young people are not involved with the town activity. Because you have a 65-year-old man who says he's the youth chair in the town, and he goes to the elder meeting and the youth meeting, he don't understand what the youth going through because he's an elder man now. So maybe you need to work it out through Internal Affairs, the superintendents, the commissioners, the clan chief, let them make sure that every youth chair in this town should be between the age of 15 and 35. But that it helps you. Because sometimes you enter the town and you want to talk directly to the youth, you can't speak to a youthful person. You're talking to an elderly person who don't understand youth activities. It will help you a lot. I wouldn't take much of your time. I want to extend thanks to you, our president. I listened to the minister, she said, this is just the beginning. We will need to do maybe a mini clinic like this too. Because sometimes you go to the hospital, even the nurses, the way they speak to you can get you well. They get you home. And sometimes the way they talk to you, you might not come back home. And you know, you feeling pain and one nurse enter, you say, you're calling there. They say, that means you will go through between all kind of things and not in your business here. It discourages people. Customer service, hospitality, speaking to people, they have a lot. Lastly, Madam Tourism Chairperson, maybe we need to work with some of the former president's family. Maybe you're going to capture, but let me get through it, maybe you can get it. I know we used to drive past the Tottenham farm around Tototown. And there was a line there. So a lot of people used to stop there when President Taylor was here. You stop to see lion. And most times you want to buy fresh meat, maybe cow meat or goat meat, and throw it there for the lion. So the pigs will be parked, texting, passing, people stop just to see the lion. There was a big zoo there. I know the family may not have the hand now to fix that place. But through the government, we can work with the family. The government can acquire it, or we can, some kind of way we have to find a way to find partnership with family, get that place up, reconstruct the place where it was, maybe Tottenham bed that he used to sleep on. When people come, these are things they want to see. I went to France one time and they took me to the tower. And a big old iron standing for years, and I went there and I had to put gas here. I said, I can't see. So we can do that here. I know that the Battle of France said France is a tourism destination of the world. It's because they reconstruct some of these things. Imagine someone driving from here to Harper to see what Tottenham House looked like. Tottenham House in Harper, I went there before. There's a well in the house that this lives. I don't know whether true or not. They say the well, you can go through that well, go through and go to the sea again, there's somewhere, all kind of talk. But if you went there and reconstruct that place, talk to the family, get it ready, and somebody can drive here and go there and say, look, we have a president here who did this and that, and this is the room. Queen Elizabeth visited here, there's the chair she sat in, there's the particular location she sat and she had a meeting. Based on this meeting, this thing came out. These things are here. All we need to do is to put them in order so that when people follow them, to prepare a brochure for the flights that come here, give it to them so that they go through the brochure on the flight, and you know that these places are in Liberia. People look for places to go. If you go to Gambia, Banjul, the dry season, you see the charter flights coming from London, from part of Europe, and people charter the flight. They don't come for holiday. The beaches there are clay. It's not sand that we have. And we got the best beaches around here. A weekend, better get our things out there. You're looking at people will start coming. You can get people who are tourists here. Some of our friends who are motorcycling can take people around. Oh, this is here, this is happening. We have a rich history. That tap on it, and then we can do all that. I want to thank you. I don't want to hold you too long. Thank you for this, and let's keep it up in the health sector, in the hotel hospitality sector, in the mechanic sector, in all of our sector. The trading sector is the biggest sector that can employ almost all of our people, and we give it some attention. Thank you, and God bless you.
Come on, please put your hands together for the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia.
The Vice President of the Republic.
What a word of encouragement and motivation for all of us.
This support right here. That dress is I was standing in front here. That dress is beyond, bro.
The Deputy Minister of Even, Honorable Lama Young for a vote of thanks. Please put your hands together. Welcome Lama Young for a vote of thanks.
Thank you. And I'd like to say, I start by saying a big thank you to His Excellency Jeremiah Koung. Thank you for honoring our invitation on short notice. Your office has been very gracious to us in working along with us, not just as a ministry, but particularly in the area of TVET, whether it's helping our young motorcyclists to transition to TVET, or helping people with disability in that regard. So I want to say thank you so much for honoring our invitation. I want to say thank you to Madam Haja Mamaka for representing here the Minister of State and the Ministry in general. I want to say thank you for coming. And to our Chair Emeritus of the Project Steering Committee and the Minister of Education, I want to say thank you for all the partnership and work together. We look forward to working with you on the Youth Rising Project 2. And all of our partners who've continuously given the support, the investment in TVET, in terms of the expansion in infrastructure, ensuring curricula is standardized, and ensuring that all of our young people have equitable distribution of TVET services across Liberia. We say thank you. We say thank you to our TVET stakeholders. I see the chair of the BDOTC here. We recognize you. We also recognize the Director General of the Agricultural Industrial Training Bureau, and all our young people, our students from BDOTC, the management. We say thank you for this gracious opportunity and we look forward to ensuring that whatever investment has been there will be actualized to its fullest potential. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Deputy Minister of Water. Let me say something. I observed once more, but the Vice President of Liberia, His Excellency Jeremiah Koung, is one of the best loved, favored, and popular Vice President in this country. You can see, I'll check it out. He's popular, he's loved, and he's favored by the people. Continue to go with Mr. Vice President. Thank you for what you do for this country. At this time, we will take a group photo. We'll go there before doing the cutting of the ribbon. We'll go in from the building, do the group photo, and after that, we'll do the cutting of the ribbon. Thank you very much. My name is P. Oxford Brown. Thank you. People now, on the other. Put no in from the building. No. Now the people do the photo. Get the photo here, in from the building, chief. And then the shade, on the shade, the building, for the glass there. Well, you right here, right? Okay. We want to showcase the building, man.
So, what would you like to and for your photo?
Okay, all right. The photo.
So, a group photo will be taken by the ministers and the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia and
we will now invite the Vice President,
partners,
the member of the Cabinet, the Minister and the partners to come for this group photo.
Of the rubbing of this project will commence. Following that, official tour will be done by the Minister of Youth and Sports.
Government officials, you can join the photo.
The Minister of
Our partners, join the photo.
Haja Mamakability, and the Minister of Education, Dr. Jaso Marijada, and the Vice President of the Republic of Liberia. We do the cutting of the ribbon, followed by the tour of this facility here today. So, we ask stick and stay with us as we bring you today's happenings here today. So currently they are engaging in group photo.
1 and 3. 1, 3. Thank you. Alright, thank you. Press. And so we get group for the cutting of the ribbon.
The Vice President, Honorable Jeremiah Koung, being ably accompanied by the Minister of Youth and Sports, that's Anthony Colenion Cry, Topa. Anthony Colenion Cry, sorry. Yeah. And today, along with the Minister of Youth and Sports, is now doing the official cutting of the ribbon.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Blessed Holy Spirit. Thank you.
there you have it. Now.
Go in.
Please go up. If you stay in a way, we'll push you.
Oh, they put Mason in the entire route. Are they using it?
Yeah, we stay there.
Huh?
He did, yeah, he did.
Messing around.
No, they'll come by way.
I think they're going. I think that's the conference almost. So today marked the official opening dedications of the Teachings Hospital. It's one of the most included, and today the Minister of Education, Minister of Youth and Sports emphasize ownership, sustainability, and a long-term strategy for the new. Telephone be charging.
This is room 1. Yeah. Bathroom. So this is a bathroom. We have the wardrobe. This is room 1. Okay. Bathroom, the wardrobe is here. No, the bathroom is
All the rooms on the side and have a back end. The ones on the right.
the ones on the right got back on the side. So another one got back on the golden. Yes. This is the conference hall. This is office. Classroom.
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 Teach. Yeah.
And this is laundry.
Can we stop it?
Yeah. When you put the laundry, we have to fill the laundry.
Whether you milita pa mame.
Maybe they had a minute, so I give it away. Oh, give it away. People show me now. Yeah, they don't. Still going on there. Vice President.
No press here over lunch. No press.